This week I'm sharing a bargain bin art supply that I literally cannot keep my hands off. Ever since I discovered these little pots of magic, I cannot stop making stuff. They feel like hair goop or like beeswax or something. They're non-toxic, they're so fun to use. You can mix them with water, mix them with all your other art supplies, get a little more mileage out of them. I'm gonna do a little demo, walk you through my process, and then also share some work that I've made and what I'm mixing these with. You don't have to go out and buy these. I'm only using primary colors, so if you have yellow, red, and blue in anything, you could do this along with me. Let's just start by making the grid, and then we will start kind of like just mixing each color from these fun paints. And you can use any, like if you have these, you want to use a paintbrush. These come with a little paintbrush that I have not even touched because I usually just dig in. It's kind of like beeswax or something, like Burt's Bees. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get a little bit down, get that off my finger. I'm going to draw a grid just with my pencil. Whoops, okay. I've got another, this is actually just, we'll just play with mixing on the back of the Trader Joe's meal. Okay, and then we are gonna just slice it in half. It's a little uneven, but that's okay. And then you can do it really lightly too, and then just like maybe add to it later, thicken it up later, doesn't matter. You know, could also just do that and then cut this part off. All right, so we've got, just gonna start kind of like filling these in with a little yellow. It's just easy to do it with your just fingers. I always have, this is very, very dirty water, but for this, like you really, like the water, all the graphite stuff is all on the bottom, right? So it doesn't matter if like I dip my fingers in here and then it helps like spread this out a little. Now know that this one, let's just put little blobs of yellow, like where we know kind of like yellow leaning animals are. This, we're gonna, let's start with this because orange is just a fun color to mix. So now, and now my dog is, let's go ahead and put really like nice saturated dots here for the eyes. Okay, and now I've got a little bit of red here and just the tiniest bit, and now mix this orange up. And you can layer stuff on top. You don't have to just use these by themselves. They work really well with the Inktense pencils, which I know a lot of y'all love. I too love an Inktense pencil. And I'm getting this a little bit on the eyes, but that's okay. Yeah, so it is fun, you know, when you're just trying out a new thing to just, you know, use a little bit of it and then see how it plays with your other things. See, when I first tried these at my nephew's birthday party, I just used these and one pencil and had a good old time. Okay, there's my water here. And another thing you can do that is really fun is just add like a little bit of water on top and then use it with a brush. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the top and just add some yellow because it's like a little yellow lab, super cute. And also I know it's got a little bit of red here. And then if it's too red or too much red, just add more yellow, no biggie. And then we'll just start working our way through adding the color. And yeah, I see this little cutie has like green eyes, which I like. And I added way too much, but that's what paper towel is good for cleaning up too much paint. Okay. I do want to make sure I get those lovely green eyes in this kitty. So put lots of yellow here. And just put the rest here because we're going to make this brown. Trying to use as much, just like stick with this one material until I add the details. So like you can sort of see the shape forming, like you just in your mind if you're doing this exercise. You could do it with any paint too. Like it does not, you don't have these and you have no interest in using these, you could still do this, you know, as like a color exercise. You'll still get lots out of mixing the primaries. You are practicing proportion and, you know, just learning your materials. Like it's always a good idea to go back to basics in your practice. Okay. And I see that this is kind of a lot of yellow and I don't know if I'm into it. So I'm just going to take my wet paper towel, and this is Bristol, so it's, you know, pretty thick. I'm a big fan of using Bristol. Okay, let's do this one, this lovely pup, and we're going to have to remember to keep off of this part because there's no color there. But then little nose here. And then got a little part there. Okay. And now I'm going to start, actually, okay, we got like a nice brown here. So I'm adding a pretty decent amount of red. So it's orange. And if you use complementary colors, which I'm sure we all kind of do. So if you're familiar with complementary colors, you know that orange and blue are across from the color wheel. Or you know, if you are familiar with complementary colors, you know that orange and blue are complements. Now I'm just taking this and I'm like putting just the tiniest bit of blue, like see, like it's got the water in it. I'm just like dabbing, because if you use a lot of blue, it's going to turn this orange green. You can kind of see it's kind of doing that. But yeah, we will, if that happens, like I'll do it intentionally. If that happens, all right, like complementary color quiz, now it's green. Well, I want to mute it. I want to make it brown. So the complement of green is red. So that's what we'll do. And it's still gonna, because these are transparent, it's gonna be like pretty impossible. I don't want to say anything is impossible, but for the purpose of this video, I don't want to keep you all day long. But like to achieve this brown with these, I'm not sure it's ever going to happen. But what we can do is leave this alone for now and then come back to it or use another material. But I kind of want to keep this, like, since this whole video is about these little bargain bin paint pods or, you know, paint hands, what do we call these? Paint pots. We're going to just like enjoy the layering and not worry about it. Now, okay, I'm gonna just get my little cute yellow-eyed kitty eyes here. And yeah. Now, because I don't think ever getting a black is going to be possible here, because they're super transparent and like not very pigmented at all, I'm just going to use blue for my black cat. I actually do that a lot because I kind of have a hard time with black paint. I always have a hard time making my animals look not just like a silhouette, I guess. So I do use blue a lot. Okay, it's got a little goatee like Harmony. It's so cute. All right. And then almost ready to add details, I think. Okay, we've got this blue on my finger, so I'm going to use this for the green eyes. And like, it is super like green, but that's okay. We can make it more yellow by just adding more yellow. But I'm actually kind of happy with this green. I love the way these layer. They're so pretty. All right, now I don't think I want to add green anywhere else, so I'm getting this off my finger. But yeah, let's see about this little cute little Pomeranian. That looks absurd, I know, but that's a part of it, like, is embracing the absurd way it looks, because we're working with primary colors and we got to work with what we've got. Having those limitations is really fun. Okay, and then I got to get the little nose. I'm trying to make sure I get this shape right. All right, so I got a pretty concentrated amount of red there, so I'm gonna do that again here. And I'm just using it kind of like, I don't know, like butter or something. It's very satisfying. I do want this to not be super wet though. Like this one is still super wet. Just kind of got to dab a little bit off. If you're, I mean, I'm not saying I'm in like a huge time crunch, but I mean, I don't want to make this video super long because I know you'll have other things to do. I know you don't want to sit and watch me finger paint like I'm a child, but it is fun. Like I could definitely do this a very long time. Okay, I forgot to leave space for this one's eyes. And, you know, you could always rescue that with a Posca marker or whatever. It's okay. I think the eyes are huge. Actually, maybe I can just give it little bitty eyes here. Yeah, I think that's going to be cute. I like it. Okay, time for this. This is my favorite one. Oh man, I really, really want an orange kitty someday. Okay, so I think I'm gonna, to get this darker color, just add more red. Then we gotta get the stripes in there. And then, oh my gosh, it's so green. But see, we're getting a little more close to brown, which is good. I mean, and that's another thing, like you don't have to match perfectly. I actually don't like a perfect match. And it's fun to have like a little green in your cat, you know? Just for a little while though, because I don't want it to stay forever. But that, you know, if I see that it's green and I want to warm it up and make it muted brown, that's when I reach for the red. Because that's the complement. And if y'all have any desire to practice with complementaries, I would love to make a video on that, so let me know. Okay, and then we got a little brown here. It's really fun and like to do this, and you don't have to clean your brush or anything. That gets so old. Like I get so tired of cleaning a brush, so it feels really satisfying to do this. Now I'm gonna see if I can lift a little bit of it because he's got those like lighter little cheeks, and it is coming up a little, so that's good. Yeah, this is great. I love it. It's so satisfying. I can't believe how fun this is for me. I'm not even that messy either. That's the crazy part. Normally I get super messy. Okay, that's a little too red. We'll take a little more. trying to figure out where's the little nose. That's good. And we'll give this one a little nose. And this one has a pretty big nose. It's super cute. Okay, just give everybody noses all at once that need them. I like how this one's nose is like in the middle. Oh. Okay, are we good here? Can we add more here? Yeah, like you don't have to worry about things being perfect. It's just all about having fun and learning. It's so important to us to play and have fun and learn because, like, you know, we do adult things all the time. Sometimes you gotta just do something for yourself. Okay, I'm gonna try to use only the Carmine Lake Technolo pencil, which I absolutely love. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna go in and start because I really like where it's going now. Okay. I don't want to add too much detail though. Okay. Like these eyes are not the same as these at all, but it totally doesn't bother me. Do I want to add some more here though? Yeah, I think I do. Okay, but first I think I'm gonna just add the muzzle because that's like a really important part. I actually don't think I do want to add. Yeah, maybe I will, just a little. Yeah, this is good. I like having, thank you Vigo, that's great. Yeah, I'm just gonna add a little more yellow over here. They're very opinionated today. Okay, yeah, all right. How are we on time? Yeah, we're fine. That's cute. Okay. Just add a little bit of fluff, you know, no big deal. Hi, buddy. Oh, Reggie, you want in here? There. Okay. Now, just do a little bit of detail. Definitely going to add some whiskers. And just keep moving along. Okay, and then I don't also care if they're like uniform. I used to always be like, oh, is this in my style? Is this how I like this eye? You know, is this how I draw a cat? I don't know. And you know, like it doesn't have to be that way, you know, like you can't, there's never gonna be like, this is how Beth Spencer draws a cat, you know? Because I don't want to draw cats a certain way. I like playing and experimenting. And cats are very unique and all have very weird, fun faces. So it's crazy how these two stripes always make such a difference in a cat that I'm drawing. This one looks like Garfield. I love it. Oh, it's so cute. All right, a couple more to go. I hope this is still in the frame. Yes, okay. And I will make sure y'all have a copy of this if you want to draw it too, because honestly, it's really fun, at least for me. All right, so this is the demo of me drawing with, I mean, I guess finger painting the using the Crayola Spill Proof. And yeah, you can get these. Honestly, I would just get the basic set if you really like it. You could get the other set. I'll show what comes in the basic. The basic set comes with these, I think, yeah. And that's all I use for this tiger. I added this horrible little bunny. I think it got photoshopped out, but yeah, I just loved it. I tore off these, added the little eyes, added a little beard or goatee or something. It was so much fun, and we were doing olive green as our color of the month, and so I kept, you know, mixing in these lovely olives, just using this. This is really the all you need, but if you get like the full set, it comes with these, which I actually do like this turquoise quite a lot. I think it's not very much more expensive to get the full set, but I use these for the texture here and all of this stuff. I think I mixed in some white in the sky. This is when I really started loving them. I loved making this so much. I started out with this one, just mixed in the like magenta color. These are like the only colors I used. Everything else liquid graphite and pencil, and I had such a blast. It was wonderful. These are perfect to have just for like your daily practice, because like I'm not going to sell this. What am I going to do with this? It's not light fast. It's just, you know, a funny looking thing I made with kids paint. So, you know, and that is another reason they're so wonderful, because there's no pressure. You really just get to have fun, get to get your hands, look, I didn't even get my hands that dirty. But yeah, a lot of them will stain your hands a little, but they're non-toxic. They're okay if you have a kitty wandering around, roaming the whole house, coming to find your paint water. You got to keep a lid on everything. So yeah, those of you who have naughty kitties, I mean, you totally feel my pain. Or if you have kiddos who, you know, maybe want to make art with you, these are great. That is our bargain bin video this month. If you have any ideas or you have any bargain bin art supplies you're really loving, let me know. Love to explore them. And I'll give you a shout out, of course, if you tell me about them. Anyways, yeah, so a few other things about these is that not everything will layer over them as easily as like these pencils, but also the ink tints are really, really lovely if you dip them in water and draw over this. So it's a good time, I promise you that. Anyways, yeah, so if you have tried these, I would love to know what you think and like how you use them, because I mean, you know, I am still learning what I love about them. And oh, here's another thing I made with them. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. I made this in 5 minutes. It was so easy. All these lovely layers like of, oh, I love that. Like it's like just so textured and beautiful. I really, really love these. But yeah, keep creating, and I can't wait to draw with you soon.